What's up guys, it's BeeWee. Today I'll be going over the Paladin gear set that's ideal for these dungeon farms. My goal in this video is to go over what gear and enchants I'm currently using to accomplish my one pulls in addition to the possible upgrades for each item slot. I will go through each item slot one by one. I will also provide timestamps if you want to skip ahead. Before I get into the video, please hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. With that said, let's get into the video. My current gear set is a mix of items from BRD, MC, BWL, and BOEs from the auction house. The goal with my gear is to provide as much armor and spell power as possible. This will make sense once I start going through each item. Other stats are also important. Here's the breakdown. Stamina, which increases your health by 10 for every point. Strength, which increases the block value of your shield by 1 for every 20 points, and plus 2 melee attack power for every point of strength added. Intellect, which increases your mana by 15 for every point, and 1% spell crit for every 54 points of intellect. Spirit and agility are not as important as the other 3 stats for AoE dungeon farms. However, here's the breakdown so you can see what they do. I will go through each item starting from the head slot all the way to the trinkets. I'll let you know what I'm currently using, the best enchants, and what could potentially replace these items. I am currently using the Judgment Helm with plus 8 spell power enchant. This item drops from Onyxia and you can get the enchant from Dire Maul. This item provides 32 spell power and helps you reach the 5 set piece bonus for the Judgment set. The Judgment 5 set piece bonus provides an additional 47 spell power and is a huge boost to your overall damage and lifesteal. The other stats on the Judgment Helm include 17 strength, 23 intellect, 18 stamina, and 6 spirit. I don't plan on replacing this item and I would consider this BIS for Paladin AoE farming. The neck I'm currently using is the Choker of Enlightenment from Molten Core. This is not the best neck, but provides the main stats I need for AoE farming. The stats include 10 intellect, 9 stamina, 10 spirit, and 18 spell power. I plan on replacing this neck with Choker of the Firelord. The Firelord neck provides 16 more spell power, but decreases in the other stats. I'm okay with this since the 16 spell power is going to help me kill the mobs faster and provide more lifesteal. I'm currently using the Judgment Shoulders with a plus 18 spell power enchant. The Judgment Shoulders drop in BWL and the plus 18 spell power enchant can be bought from the ZG vendor on the ZG island. The stats on the shoulders include 13 strength, 14 intellect, 20 stamina, 6 spirit, 5 mana per 5 seconds, and 13 spell power. There's also 10 fire resist, but that's not going to do much for your farms. I consider this item BIS for AoE farms and I will not be replacing it. I'm currently using the Cloak of the Hikari Worshippers from ZG with a 1% dodge enchant. This is a blue cloak and definitely needs to be replaced. However, the stats on it are ideal for my dungeon farms. This cloak provides 6 intellect, 6 stamina, and 23 spell power. You cannot go wrong with those 3 stats and is a solid placeholder until I get a BIS cloak. The item that I'm going for is the Cloak of the Broodlord. This cloak has the same stats but with larger numbers. It has 14 intellect, 10 stamina, and 28 spell power. I'm currently using the Demon Forge breastplate with a 25 absorption enchant. This item is crucial due to the lifesteal proc chance it provides. The lifesteal from this item stacks with spell power by 40% and procs a lot when you have the whole dungeon attacking you. Here's the breakdown of how much lifesteal you will get based upon your spell power. This will also be available on my website if you want to mess around with the numbers. This item is BIS for my AoE farms and will not be replaced. I'm currently using the Judgment Bindings with plus 24 healing enchant. These bracers are BIS and I don't plan on replacing them because they add to the Judgment set bonus. The stats on these bracers are 9 strength, 9 intellect, 21 stamina, 8 spirit, and 7 spell power. The one thing I may change on these is the enchant. Instead of going plus 24 healing, I might go plus 9 stamina to increase my health pool. Unfortunately, the plus healing does not stack with the lifesteal procs, so it could be beneficial to go with stamina instead. I will probably make the change in the near future. I'm using the Judgment Hands for this slot along with the plus 30 healing enchant. These are also BIS and I don't plan on replacing them. The stats are 6 strength, 20 intellect, 15 stamina, 6 spirit, 6 mana per 5 seconds, and 15 spell power. I'm currently using the Judgment Belt for this slot. The stats include 8 Strength, 20 Intellect, 14 Stamina, 6 Spirit, and most importantly 23 damage and healing. This item may be replaced by the Belt of the Grand Crusader since it provides more MP5, Strength, and Stamina. There's a slight decrease with Intellect and Spell Power, but the other stats make up for it. The stats on this belt are 18 Strength, 18 Stamina, 18 Intellect, 21 Spell Power, and 7 MP5. I'm okay with losing 2 points of Intellect and 2 points of Spell Power to have 4 more Stamina and 10 more Strength. I will also be okay with removing 1 Judgment piece since I'm already wearing 7 out of 8 Judgment gear. I'm currently using the Judgment leg plates that drop from Molten Core with a +8 Spell Power enchant that you can get from Dire Maul. This item is BIS and I don't plan on replacing them since there are no other alternatives. The stats are 10 Strength, 27 Intellect, 26 Stamina, 5 Spirit, 4 MP5, and 20 Spell Power. The boost on Stamina and Intellect is huge here and will definitely help when trying to pull the whole instance. I'm currently using the Judgment Boots from BWL with the +7 Stamina enchant. These are also BIS and I don't plan on replacing them since they have all the stats I need. The stats are 13 Strength, 14 Intellect, 20 Stamina, 8 Spirit, and 18 Spell Power. This is the same as all other Judgment items and will work best for the Dungeon 1 pulls. The 2 rings I am using are Band of Servitude from ZG and Ring of the Black Rock from BWL. Both of these rings have decent spell damage and stats like 9 Intellect, 8 Stamina, and 9 MP5. That will help me sustain during a dungeon farm. There are better rings out there that I'm going after. The 2 rings that I want are from AQ Reputation and Nax. The Signet Ring of the Bronze Dragonflight provides the same stats of Band of Servitude but provides 5 more spell power and 5 MP5, making it better. The Band of the Inevitable from Nax provides 17 more spell power than Ring of the Black Rock and 1% hit, which you don't really need, but it doesn't hurt. You do miss out on the MP5, but that's okay since you gain 17 more spell power. The 2 trinkets I am using are Force of Will from BRD and the Zandalarian Hero Charm from ZG. Force of Will is BIS for these types of dungeon farms and will not be replaced. This is because it has a 1% chance to reduce all melee damage taken by 25 for 10 seconds. This is huge when you have the whole dungeon attacking you and the item procs. It will keep you alive and allow you to kill the mobs attacking you. The Zandalarian Hero Charm is something you can use when you are ready to kill all the mobs. When used, it provides 204 spell damage for 20 seconds, but the spell damage is reduced by 17 after you use a spell. This extra boost in spell damage provides a lot of DPS when you use Consecration and will also keep you alive since your lifesteal items also benefit from spell power. I may replace this item with the Restrained Essence of Saffron from Nax. This is because it provides 40 spell power when it's equipped and can be used to provide 130 spell power for 20 seconds. That means you have an extra 40 spell power no matter what, and it can be used to boost your spell power to 130 every 2 minutes. You cannot go wrong with that. For my main hand, I'm currently using Mage Blade from MC with a +30 spell power enchant. The 40 spell power in addition to the +30 spell power enchant provides a huge boost in damage and lifesteal potential. However, there is a better main hand out there that drops in BWL. The one mace I'm going after is Locomir's, which drops from Nefarious in BWL. This mace is essentially a Mage Blade but with double the spell power. The stats on the mace are also very nice. These stats are 18 Intellect, 10 Stamina, and 8 Spirit. I believe Locomir's is BIS, and I will be getting my hands on one as soon as I can. Lastly, I use the Skull Flame shield for my dungeon farms. I will also add a Thorium Spike to the shield. The Skull Flame has 2 procs on it. One is an AoE damage that will hit all targets for 75 to 125 damage. This does not stack with spell power. However, there is a lifesteal proc that will steal 35 HP from a target. This lifesteal stacks 100% with spell power and can provide a huge boost in the health regen when pulling the dungeon. Here's the breakdown of how much health you can regen based upon spell power. This shield is great for one pull dungeon farms. I may look into replacing this shield with Force Reactive Disc since it provides a huge boost in DPS. I have not been able to test it out, so I'm not going to recommend it in this video. However, that could change, especially when I'm trying to do a Mara 1 pull. We shall see. That is the gear I'm currently using and the items I plan on replacing. I hope this information was useful. I will have details on each item on my website under the guides section. This is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching until the end, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this content. Also, feel free to leave a comment. I do my best to respond to each one, and your feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.